Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rusty Dunn from the Enterprise Communications team. Pleased to be with Caterpillar Chief Financial Officer Andrew Bonfield here to run through the fourth quarter and full year 2020 financial results. Andrew, it's great to see you in this new year. We're off and running already.
Yes, we are. And just want to say first, thanks to all our employees around the world who have managed to serve our customers in these very difficult circumstances, be it whether they're working in the plants or in back office, done a phenomenal job. And the most important thing is we've kept people safe.
Absolutely. Everyone continuing to move forward. Well, as I mentioned, we're going to go over the fourth quarter and full year numbers for 2020. So, Andrew, I'll let you kick it off. And why don't we start with the top line as usual, sales and revenues for that period.
Sales and revenues for the fourth quarter were $11.2 billion, down 15% year on year. That reflects dealer inventory reduction of about $1.1 billion in the quarter. And also on top of that, about reduction in volumes, about 10%. So we're starting to see volumes pick up versus where they were in the third quarter. Fourth quarter always has some stronger seasonal factors. But across the business, particularly in CI and RI, much better performance versus where we were. So they were still both down year on year, but a lot better than they were in Q3. E&T still struggling, went into the pandemic a little bit later and lags to come out. But good performance from a top line perspective.
So that's for the fourth quarter. How about full year then, Andrew?
Yeah. For the full year, sales and revenues were $41.7 billion, which are down 22%. That's across all three segments. During the year, dealers who are independent businesses have reduced their inventories by about $2.9 billion, and volumes have declined as well on top of that. And that's across all three of our primary segments, construction, resources, as well as E&T.
Let's take a look at those bottom line numbers now, Andrew, in terms of profit per share, starting with the fourth quarter and then full year.
Yeah, profit per share for the fourth quarter was $1.42. Adjusted profit per share, which excludes post-retirement benefits as well as restructuring costs, was $2.12. That also included a benefit of about 31 cents from a lower tax charge for the quarter, but strong underlying performance, good margin performance in the fourth quarter, which overall meant that for the full year, we were able to achieve our adjusted operating margin targets that we set out in 2019 at the Investor Day.
And I know, Andrew, you often comment on cash flow, cash on hand. What can you say there?
Yeah, cash flow in the fourth quarter was very strong as well. We delivered about $1.7 billion of free cash flow in the quarter. That brings the total to the year for about $3.1 billion. We've distributed about $3.4 billion of free cash flow to shareholders through the form of dividends and share buybacks. And at the end of the year, we had a very strong liquidity position of about $9.4 billion cash on hand.
What sort of headline would you put to this then, Andrew, with those numbers, sort of the key takeaways for people?
Yeah, I mean, overall, obviously, year significantly impacted by the pandemic. The top line in particular down 22%. That reflects the fact that obviously, even though we were an essential business and we continued throughout the pandemic, the people were deferring making purchasing decisions. Obviously, our focus now is moving into 2021. Getting ready for any upturn that we would expect to occur as we move through the year, and be ready also, obviously, to continue to deliver and execute on our strategy for long-term profitable growth. So that means continued investment in services, continued investment in connectivity, and continued investment in new products to help our customers build a better world.
Well, thank you for taking us through those financial results, Andrew. And as always, we love to go beyond the numbers if we can every quarter, especially when it involves talking to a longtime customer who we're going to meet in just a second. But as you'll see now, it's a real family affair. Let's watch.
Hello, everybody. I'm really pleased today to be joined by Dan Ploty from Ploty Construction, based in Illinois. Dan, please can you tell me a bit about the history of your company?
Yeah, thank you. Daniel Ploty, I'm the president of Ploty Construction. We're a heavy civil road builder and contractor. We're in Northern Illinois. We're approximately 56 years old. I'm second generation to my parents, who are fully retired currently. We're a paving contractor, we're a site contractor, we're an aggregate producer, asphalt producer, and concrete producer and paver as well.
And you've had a long relationship with Caterpillar. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about how that relationship has developed over the years.
Actually, my father grew up on the farm, and his first used piece of equipment was an old Cat D4 that he utilized on the farm, and ended up working odd jobs till he had enough money to buy a truck, and parlayed one machine and one truck from the farm into our current business of heavy civil contracting today of 56 years.
As an essential business, construction was enabled to go ahead through the pandemic. Perhaps you can tell me how COVID did impact you as a company, though, because obviously things did change. No matter how much we talk about the fact that obviously you could continue, operations were impacted in many ways. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about that.
Today, learning about WebEx and Zoom meetings and to be perfectly honest, I didn't know what a Zoom meeting was until pandemic showed up.
One of the things I think, though, you've been a customer of Cat Financial for many years, and I think one of the things Cat Financial has been able to do to help customers through this period is their customer care program. Perhaps maybe you can tell us a little bit of how that helps you as a business, particularly obviously in this environment where cash flow is really, really important for you to be able to maintain that and the benefits of that customer care program.
Back to the beginning, when COVID showed up, lots of things were moving slowly, and when payroll happens every week and the vendors need to be paid or the subs, cash flow was a bit of a challenge just because everything was slow. No real fault, but again, everything was slow, including payment. But cash flow was a bit of a challenge, and the customer care assistance from Cat Financial obviously gave us relief with our cash flow to kind of, keep the money within our organization to pay our employees and pay critical subs or suppliers that were in a similar cash crunch.
That's great. Dan, obviously one of the things for us as an organization is that Cat Financial linkage between us and the customer is really, really important. And obviously being there when the customer is in need has been something I think we've done through other events like hurricanes and so forth. So I'm really pleased that you were able to take advantage of that and actually then enable you to run your business, as you say, making sure that you're able to pay people, particularly when they're putting themselves at risk by coming to work every day, is really important. Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate being able to talk to a customer, and we wish you every success as we move in, and let's hope we do return to normal business operations in the not too distant future. Thank you again, Dan.
Thank you. Happy New Year, and good luck, and be safe to everybody.
Completely agree.
Andrew, a great story. Second generation family business. All started with Dan's dad with one old dozer out on the farm. Great conversation with him.
It was a great opportunity to talk to him, and it's great to see how Caterpillar has helped him support his business through the pandemic. Really good story.
Andrew, as always, great to speak with you. We look forward to talking with you next time. And to all of you, thanks for joining us. Stay safe. Have a great day.